Elizabeth rarely gave interviews, and little was known of her political opinions, which she did not express explicitly in public. It is against convention to ask or reveal the monarch's views. When Times journalist Paul Rutledge asked her about the miners' strike of 1984-85 during a royal tour of the newspaper's offices, she replied that it was all about one man, a reference to Arthur Scargill, with which Rutledge disagreed. Rutledge was widely criticized in the media for asking the question and claimed that he was unaware of the protocols. After the 2014 Scottish independence referendum, Prime Minister David Cameron was overheard saying that Elizabeth was pleased with the outcome. She had arguably issued a public coded statement about the referendum by telling one woman outside Balmoral Kirk that she hoped people would think very carefully about the outcome. It emerged later that Cameron had specifically requested that she register her concern. Elizabeth had a deep sense of religious and civic duty, and took her coronation oath seriously. Aside from her official religious role as Supreme Governor of the established Church of England, she worshipped with that church and also the National Church of Scotland. She demonstrated support for interfaith relations and met with leaders of other churches and religions, including 5 popes: Pius XII, John XXIII, John Paul II, Benedict XVI and Francis. A personal note about her faith often featured in her annual Christmas message broadcast to the Commonwealth. In 2000, she said, "To many of us, our beliefs are of fundamental importance. For me, the teachings of Christ and my own personal accountability before God provide a framework in which I try to lead my life. I, like so many of you, have drawn great comfort in difficult times from Christ's words and example." Quote, Elizabeth was patron of more than 600 organizations and charities. The Charities Aid Foundation estimated that Elizabeth helped raise over £1.4 billion for her patronages during her reign. Her main leisure interests included equestrianism and dogs, especially her Pembroke Welsh corgis. Her lifelong love of corgis began in 1933 with Duchess, the first corgi owned by her family. Scenes of a relaxed, informal home life were occasionally witnessed. She and her family, from time to time, prepared a meal together and washed the dishes afterwards.